Hi, everyone. All right, so I have a question for those who have purchased homes before, multiple homes, those who have refinanced. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a screen like this before? Okay. Have you ever seen a screen that shows what the pricing is on that given day? Like real-time data, what the interest rate is, what's the cost associated. I'm going to ask you one more question. How do you know when you work with a professional that they're actually giving you the most optimal terms and conditions in the marketplace? Okay. Look, I have only one goal here is to make sure that I make you smart, you avoid making costly mistakes, and you save thousands of dollars. That's it. That's my goal. I'm Imran Ali. I've been around for about 25 years. And I show you, look, you have never seen this. I can tell you because I've already asked about 30 of my clients that who has bought multiple homes, no one has ever actually educated them in this process is look, if someone is giving you, let me see if I can find that. I can't find that right now, but if someone is giving you an interest rate and says in a party or somewhere, say, hey, I can get you a 5.75, right? You ask them, what do you think the interest rate is? Or you see an ad in social media. It says, okay, the interest rate today is 5.5. Look, it's completely bogus, guys. Don't get bamboozled because guess what? In order to get you an interest rate, I have to ask you all these questions, plus a lot more behind the scenes. Let me say it this way. Even if you are a CEO of the largest bank, or if you do hundreds of millions of dollars in mortgage units origination, we call it, you still have to use this tool. Look, I want you to hold these people, all of these people accountable because, look, I use this tool. They don't pay me a penny. Okay, just so you know. So you're welcome, Lender Price, free advertising for you. But this is an independent tool that if you call me today, say, like, Imran, I want to buy a home. Can you tell me what my interest rate would be? I will ask you these questions. Like it says FICO, I will ask you, hey, what's your credit score? You get 700. And I will say, hey, how did you get that credit score? More than likely, you're going to tell me, look, in my credit card app, it says 700. And I'm going to tell you that, well, that's not accurate because credit card scores are very different than mortgage FICO scores, right? So we'll probably have to pull a credit report, but at least I can give you some data, right? We'll just use it for now. I'll ask you about DTI, debt to income ratio. It's already taken a minute, folks, here, right? I haven't even done the whole qualification that I have to do, right? I have to before I can prescribe you a solution, right? Conventional FHA, VA, whatever. I have to understand what you are trying to do here. You're trying to buy a home. That's great. How long you're planning on staying here, right? Are you planning to downsize in 2, 3 years? There are so many questions that we have to ask before we can actually, a true professional, before we can even get to there, we need to know those answers, right? So I'll ask you about reserves, and we're not going to go through these terms today, but look, there's a lot, right? 30-year, 25. This is it an ARM product? Does it make sense for you to do adjustable rate mortgage? Okay, what's the purchase price? I can go on. Okay, are you buying an investment property? Okay, is it a condo? And I'm going to ask you, is it a non zip code, all that lovely stuff, and then I'll hit this button point, right? I hit search, and that's the output. That's where the fun begins. Like really good fun, and you get to see 50 plus lenders because what this software does is runs behind the scenes and it scans across the best pricing for you. When I say pricing, pricing is not just interest rate, it's the cost, credit associated with it, if any. Okay. So there's a bit more to that. On my next video, I'll cover that. Let me just make sure I covered everything. So we covered, it doesn't matter if your bestie is a bank CEO of the largest bank in the world, they're going to have to do this. This is real-time data. So I would be showing you real-time data once I click that. And let me see, ask people to show this to you folks, right? What are you hiding? If you're a true fiduciary, why aren't you showing the consumer this? What's there to hide? If you got a quote from someone and less systems too, come back to me. We'll input that and I'll show you the pricing. Let's see if you're getting bamboozled or not. If they're giving you very good interest rate, not just interest rate, the pricing, the cost, and the credit, you should close that deal, move on, right? So I'm here for you. I will help you save thousands. Don't keep me a secret. The next video is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you're going to learn a lot from it. Have a great day. Thank you so much.